Hello world and welcome to Planetbase, the game that is all about building a base on a planet. I know, right? Who knew? There's not a whole lot to say about this. I played the tutorial for this game, so I know the basics, but I haven't delved too far into it, and I'm eager to. It looks simple but awesome. It's kind of like strategy, colony building. It's like city builder meets resource management, because both those are huge aspects of this. It's enough for me. Should we just get into it? Look at the beautiful background there. We'll just get into it, right? So, you get to choose which planet you start on. We're going to start on this one, because it's a desert planet, so why not? We need to pick a nice starting location. Now, the planet has these characteristics which determine like energy generation, the risks and events that can happen. But moving around on the planet doesn't seem to have any real effect on it. So, I'm going to go with somewhere like there. That's about the planetary equivalent of where I live, more or less, give or take. So we'll go with that. And what should we call our base? Base D72 doesn't sound particularly awesome, so we will call it. Let's just call it Mt Trevor, because we're going to assume we're going to start on a mountain. Why not? Right, clicking a message will dismiss it without focusing on it. Perfect. If life was only that simple. Let's start. Here we go. We are landing, and as you can see, we do indeed have mountains. So I've named Mt Trevor well. Mountains are important because they're a resource that gives you metal. Or rather, you can mine them, and that gives you metal. And metal is an important resource, along with plastic, which you get from rice somehow, which is odd. Wait, just plant matter in general. Doesn't look like as many plants here, but don't worry. Put my teeth back in. Don't worry, we brought our own. These are my colonists. Different colours represent different things. I can't remember what's what. He's a medic, these are biologists, you got engineers, you got workers. Let's get started. So, first thing we're going to need is oxygen. And oxygen requires a way into the base. So, let's put a way in right here where they're all standing. Build me a way in there. We're then going to need O2. We need O2. Let's make a big one. Because, you know, future-proofing and all that. We're going to need oxygen. We're going to need oxygen. Now, oxygen requires several things, most notably power. Should we build a big power thing to start off with? Let's build a big power thing to start off with. Big power thing. Big. Can I... So let's build the big power thing here. Just because we can. Is that a mount? Yeah, that's a huge mountain range. Okay. Not a lot of building space here. So we're going to have to be inventive with the way we do these things. Right, there's power. I'm not going to build such a huge water extractor. But we do need a decent-sized water extractor. Oh, for God's sake. Too much mountain in the way. It doesn't let you build up on these hills for some reason. It's weird like that. Right, let's build water extraction there. There we go. So we've got water. We're going to have power, which will give us oxygen, which is great. Oxygen is important. Oxygen is an important resource. We've got all these resources here. Metal, bioplastic, food for people, spares, medical supplies. All basic things that we're going to need to figure out how to build ourselves. So let's get to that, shall we? So what we need to build these things ourselves is going to be... Where are we? Processing plant. Processing plant lets you build these things, okay? Lets you manufacture these things. So we've got them. Oh, crap, yeah. One other thing is solar power obviously doesn't work at night. So what we're going to need is... wind turbine. Definitely going to need a wind turbine. Let's put that... It doesn't let you build it out here, which is unfortunate. We can get around the mountain though. That's going to be important. Right, our base is going to have to come out this way, so we don't want to fill that gap with too much stuff. Let's put wind turbine there. And hook it up to that. There you go. Build these things, people. Build these things. We can also recycle this, which will give us some resources and a place to build things. Nice. Right, power grid. No, I don't need to know about power grid. We're fine for that thing. We're producing these things. We're getting there for power. We should be producing oxygen. Yes, we're producing oxygen. That means people will be able to breathe. Right, things we are going to need. We are going to need a biodome. I'm going to start small with the biodome. Come on, let me. Can we build it anywhere? I want to build some things here. There we go. Right, so we'll build the biodome there for now. That'll be useful, and we're going to need a mine. We're going to need a mine. So let's put the mine there. Look up to there. There we go, right. So, I can remove the lids on things. I mean, you see these beautiful, beautiful passageways and stuff. We don't need to see them. Sometimes it's more important to be able to see in. Right, so what have we got here? Processing plant. Processing plant is going to require a bioplast processor and a metal processor. There we are. These things will be of the utmost importance. This, however, is going to be also important because this is where we're going to grow food. And alright, food, it turns out, is quite important as well. Who knew? Food matters, as does oxygen. But food, I mean, this is telling us we've got enough oxygen for 30 people. We're nowhere near 30 people at the minute, so that's fine. This gives us the ability to generate power at night. We've got plenty of water. Now, we're going to grow food and... Well, we've got a mine that'll let us mine ore, which will be processed here. This will let us grow food for eating and for starch. Starch gives you this bioplastic. Okay? Starch is important. Oh no, don't want to recycle that. Can't build anything in it until this is built. But yes, starchy things give you bioplastic, but they're not as good for food, unfortunately. So we will grow rice, but we will also grow tomatoes. We could do with some medicinal stuff. Well, maybe medicine isn't as important right now. Maybe what matters most is food. So we'll give them a variety of food. Lettuce. Lettuce seems good. Lettuce seems like a good idea. There we are. So we've got these things. They're also going to... Oh no. They're also going to need somewhere to eat once they've got all these things done. Now you do have plenty of resources to start with, obviously. As you can tell. So we're not going to be in any danger of running out of these resources just yet. And we're already in a position where we can produce these things. The ultimate aim is to get more people coming to your base. And you do that by building a landing pad. Which is there. But I need some basic things set up first. I need to make sure that I am at least somewhat sustainable. There we go. Right, so here is where we're going to build this one. Put that there. No, come on, come on. There we go. Now that'll give us somewhere to feed and entertain our people. We've got food going. Now, as I said, your people have various disciplines. For example, this is an engineer. He rebuilds things. This is a worker. He does general stuff. We have robots that carry and do things. A construction bot, a carrier bot. What are you? You're a biologist. Biologists grow your food for you. Workers work in the mine. What else have we got? We have a medic somewhere. Medic, yeah. Medic repairs people. Engineer repairs stuff. So you need someone to repair the people that repair the stuff. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So this is going to be where we eat food, where we get our nosh done. Which is good. What else do we want? We're going to want all of this stuff at some point. This is just the way it is. There we go. Oh crap, we've got no power. Let's add more power, shall we? There is the ability to store power, which is immensely... Oh no, we do want that. Right, we want the ability to store power. So, now we've got this done. Let's build the things in here. We're going to need a meal maker to make the meals. A couple of meal makers are usually a good idea. I should have built that bigger, shouldn't I? Actually, tell you what, we've got plenty of resources at the minute. Let's recycle that and make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. Okay? Slow down again. Let's make the meal thing immense. Because you want to be able to eat your meals in relative comfort, I would have thought. I'm going to put it... See, I should have just started by making the biodome huge. So let's put the meal thing here. Because we've got an option there to build multiple routes to this thing. Why won't let me do that? Oh, that's unfortunate. But yes, the oxygen processor is apparently the hub of the entire operation. What do you want? What is wrong with you? You want water. Oh, shit, that's the other thing as well. This thing gives people water. Crap, I forgot about that. Yeah, you build a water fountain and people can drink. These people are getting thirsty. I don't want them dying of dehydration. Ah, shit. I should have let them have a drink before I started doing this. Come on, people. Get this working. Look how much faster the robots are. Why is no one building this? Build these things. Build these things now. I'll need to make more airlocks as well because you can get kind of a bottleneck going on. Nobody wants a bottleneck. Right, so the first thing I'm going to build is a water fountain. As soon as we built this shit. Come on, people. That's it. Construct. Come on, finish building. God, why is the robot so slow? And the robots deteriorate over time as well. Which is what the engineers are good for. What are they good for? Fixing up my robots. Do want fixed robots. Generating way more power than we're using, which is a shame. We could be storing that right now. Okay, come on, get that built. Quick. I need to fix this error of my own making. Right, there we go. That is built. Right, water fountain. Quick. Build that and a food processor. So this is for food processing. This is a table for eating stuffs. Now, it's good to have a video screen to entertain the peons. I mean, the people. Doesn't hurt to entertain the people. Right, put that there. What else can we have? Can I have a small table? Can't fit anything else there. I fit that there though, so let's get rid of that one. Couple of. Oh god, something's happening. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Look, meteors and shit happen. Very pleasant. Right, can I get? I can do that. I can definitely do that. We've got meal makers. What else do we want here? Can I put a? No, I can't put a table there. Can I put a small table there? Can I put a small table there? That's what I don't get. There's no room for any of this shit. Right, get in there and build these things. We need water. We need a way of getting water. All this is producing, which is fine. Look, this is raw vegetables and starch and stuff, so we can produce all the things we need. People are ridiculously thirsty now, so I should have thought of this first. Come on, there we go. Now they're drinking. Did you see that? Do you see that? Look, they can drink the water, and they need somewhere to sleep, so I need to build a bed. Now, unfortunately, bunk beds and where are they? They're there. Right, dorms, as they're properly called. Dorms are dead ends, so you need to build them out of the way. But people do go there to sleep, which is nice. Because, you know, what's better than sleeping? Everyone needs a good kip every now and then. I have plenty of food left, so I can always expand that at some point. People require sleep, they require happiness, they require water. Now, you could be drinking if you really wanted to. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Now, everything has resource requirements as well. This is telling me that it uses 0.25 water. I need to keep an eye on that, because if supply is outstripped by demand, we're going to stop making oxygen, which isn't a good thing. Is not a good thing. People also need sleep, apparently. People are getting very tired. So let's get a dome built. Got all that. Where's the robot? Oh, you just keep in there. Uh-oh, no water. Why have we got no water? Shit. Water good consumes 3 and produces 2. Right, we definitely need more water. Canteen is out of water. That isn't good. So let's build a bed. Let's get a bed built, and then we'll focus on the water issue. Not good, not good. Because I mean, lack of water is lack of air. And air, I'm led to believe, is also quite important for your colonist survival. Yeah, see, it's dropping already. Okay, let's construct more water extraction. Come on, let me do it. Right, we'll put that one there for now. Put you there. Go. Quick, get out there and build it. We've got all the resources. I mean, all this is just lying around doing nothing. What's wrong with you? No water. Ah, yes, the canteen is out of water. I get the idea. My only complaint, really, is that you cannot upgrade these things. I mean, there's no way to really upgrade that to a larger version, which is a problem, I feel. There we go. We're producing plenty of water now. Right, I'm going to try and upgrade this. We're about to not produce enough water again. Let's just give it a shot. Here we are. Come on, you can do... Oh, there we are. Right, put that there. There we go. There we go. Now, we'll be expanding in this direction, my base in general. We need more people. There we are. We've got a bunk, so people can go sleep. People will go sleep as well. They need to sleep. They're not happy, which is why I gave them a TV. So they'll go watch a TV to cheer themselves up, I hope. I hope. So this is complicated. You've got to get all these basic things set up in order to get moving. What else do we want? We want a multi-dome or a cabin. We've got a canteen. Got the basics. Got a biodome. Well, we want to upgrade the biodome, really, don't we? We also want more stuff. I think we maybe need more people coming along at this point. I mean, more people will be beneficial. I also want a way of storing power, just in case the lights go out at night. So, you know, a big one of these somewhere would be useful. Big one of these. Can't do it there. Do it there. I should really expand in this kind of direction, but I like keeping as much of this together as possible. It's a pain, it's a pain. Right, that is producing plenty, so we can recycle that. Don't need that anymore. Good. You do lose resources when you're recycling as well. That is one downside. Should we add another large biodome? Well, it's another large biodome. Let's add a large biodome here. Just there. I don't want to take up the foothills around the mountains. You know, these gaps here, because that's mine territory. And mines are most useful. Most useful for getting resources. We're also going to need a lot. Actually, no, we're going to need a factory to produce spares. Okay, spare parts are important. Maybe a small factory to start off with. Do you know what I should do? I should relocate that. I'm gonna relocate my airlock to actually. Processing's there, so it makes sense to put the factory here, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Right, we'll put the factory here. Put the factory there. Link that up and link that up. There. Got a loop. Let's make that the priority. We should be producing our own bioplastic by now. And I'll need to place a landing pad. A landing pad will matter. Landing pad will matter. We're producing enough stuff for everyone that we currently have. We're expanding beyond our means at this point a little bit. It's not ideal. What does it take to build a landing pad? Let's have a look. Landing pad requires just metal. All right. Well, let's see about putting that there. Landing pad. Hook that up. Take that off priority and make this priority. We've got plenty of metal. Well, we did have. We're not. We don't have plenty of metal. All right. Well, fair enough. Look, that's the trouble at night when the wind drops as well. Wind can be good at night, but it doesn't always work at night, which is unfortunate. Right, stop doing that. I can't tell it to stop building that either. That's the other unfortunate thing. We need more workers and more power. Power storage helps because it lets you build up a slight surplus. There we go. We're generating again. As the sun comes up, we generate more, and off it all goes. Perfect. As long as we don't run out of air during the night. Right, we need to prioritise what this building is doing. Yeah, working this structure as priority because we need the resources. Seriously, we need the resources. Food is being made, meals are being developed, and people will be eating. That machine is hopefully being repaired. Come on, someone mend it. It's in very poor condition. Very poor condition. Needs fixing. We've got plenty of spares. We've got engineers as well who can help with this stuff. Come on, right. You also need to be priority because we need metal. We need the workers to get out there. Where the work? There. You going into work? Yes, there we go. I'd like a robot to go in there. Yeah, I don't want anything. So I'd like a robot to go in there. Uh-oh, that one's broke. Very poor, very broke, very... There we go. Look, someone's mending it. He's mending it. He's mended my robot. But we only have so many spare parts, which is unfortunate. Come on. Yes, they're all in there extracting ore, which is another good thing. Another very good thing. Tell you what, right, we'll just... Let's cancel that for now. Cancel that for now. Get this built. We need the resources. We need more resources. And you can determine who you want to come to your base as well. That's the thing. You can determine the makeup of the people who come and visit and drop by and come and live with you, essentially. Right, there we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demand more workers. In fact, I think I might demand only workers. Maybe a couple of biologists. Because the minute we want to be processing stuff, it tells you who does what. That requires workers. So we require 2 workers for that. And 3 for this. So, let's have a look. What do you want? We don't want a trader. We want a bunch of workers. We want a couple more biologists. And we want maybe an engineer and a medic. So that basically says 50% of the people that arrive will be workers. Which is great as far as I'm concerned. 40% will be biologists and the rest will be split between them. We don't really need a guard at this point. Hint landing permissions. Yes, I've just dealt with landing permissions. No power is a problem. No power is definitely a problem. Nothing works when there's no power. Come on, people. What are we building? What are we building? Ah, factory. Right. That's fine. Build the factory. I think we're keeping on top of food at the minute. We've got plenty of food here. Plenty of meals, and we're growing enough. It's just power that's the problem, really, at this point. But, you know, our base at Mt Trevor is faring fairly well. Just as a sort of starting point. So, I think... Yeah, now we've got that going. Hopefully people will arrive. Yes, manufacturing limits. Yeah, I know. We're running out of stuff. When we're powered up and people might actually visit, we'll yeah, we'll well, hopefully people will visit. we'll call it the end of the episode when we get some new colonists drop by. How's that sound? We definitely need more bed. Definitely need more bed. Plenty of spare parts. That's what the factory builds, by the way. The factory will let you build spares, semiconductors, and arms. Now, spares are useful because they're what you fix your robot with. We could do more people sleeping as well. Oh, see, people are sleeping there, so we need more bed. We definitely need more bed, and you do that in here. So, let's add a bed there. Hopefully that'll be enough to entice people into coming and visiting. There is some joy to be had in here. People are not happy. You're watching the TV. Maybe we need another TV. Should we build another TV? Do we have another TV? Video screen. Let's put it there. I mean, it does require bioplastic. Oh crap, didn't want to do that. There we go. Anyone going to come and visit? No one's going to come and visit. They don't like us, that's the problem. They just don't like us. But food is being produced in ample quantity. Okay? These things should be producing. That should be producing. Got plenty of bedding. So if anyone wants to take a nap. People shouldn't be miserable. I mean, there you go. He was watching telly and his happiness increased a little bit. So that's cool. That's cool. What are you? You're medic. Medic has no job. We'll have to fix that next time. And it's night time again. Alright, well, we've got a few problems to address, including power and medic. Maybe we're not going to be able to wait for people this episode. I don't want to make it too long. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Welcome to Mt Trevor. Till next time, take care, have fun, and ta-ra. If you enjoy my efforts to be vaguely entertaining, you can now support me on Patreon. $1, a pound, a yen, a euro, whatever you've got, whatever you can spare, all helps. Over 1 million fed. Thank you for watching, and ta-ra.